Alrighty, here's my audience. According to the organization Health Research Funding, published in 2014, 1 in 9 women report binge drinking during their first trimester of pregnancy, and 1 in 20 women report binge drinking in their third trimester of pregnancy. This is considered having 5 or more drinks in one occasion. Even if you don't have a child, it's still important to be aware of the dangers of fetal alcohol syndrome in case one day you or somebody you know is placed in this dangerous situation. It's putting an innocent baby's life at risk without giving them a chance to enter the world as a healthy baby. I once had a friend who got pregnant during her teenage years. She knew the risks of drinking while she was pregnant, but she disobeyed that anyway. And 9 months later, she had a beautiful baby boy, but he was born with fetal alcohol syndrome. And today, not only her baby, but she faces the effects as well of disobeying not drinking while she was pregnant. With that being said, today I would like to discuss the basics of what fetal alcohol syndrome actually is, what the physical and mental effects of it are, and how it can be prevented and treated. First, let's begin by discussing the basics of fetal alcohol syndrome. Fetal alcohol syndrome is a condition where the fetus is damaged by the consumption of alcohol, resulting in birth defects. According to the National Organization on Fetal Alcohol Syndrome, published in 2008, alcohol travels from the mother through the placenta and into the developing baby. Essentially, it means whatever the mother is drinking, the baby has that same amount. Now that we have an idea of what fetal alcohol syndrome actually is, let's talk about the physical and mental effects that the baby has to endure not only in the womb, but for the rest of their life as well. To begin with, Deborah Wood, an RN, states in her 2015 article, Alcohol During Pregnancy, a baby born with fetal alcohol syndrome has very low birth weight, as well as heart defects, poor sleep cycles, increased ear infections, a thin upper lip, and a flat-bridged nose. As the child gets older, Wood says they live with poor attention span, hyperactivity, poor memory capability, lack of coordination, and behavioral issues. Finally, let's talk about the most important piece of this puzzle, prevention and treatment. Deborah Wood also states in her 2015 article, Alcohol During Pregnancy, prevention is simple. Fetal alcohol syndrome is only an issue if the mother drinks while she is pregnant. Therefore, the only solution is to stay sober the entire pregnancy. Wood also states that once the baby is born with fetal alcohol syndrome, there is no treatment besides interventions and doctor visits to help with the conditions. As the child gets older, it's important to be supportive, give constant direction, and establish rules and consequences that will help with the child's development because they're already going to have learning disabilities. Overall, we have discussed what fetal alcohol syndrome is, what the physical and mental damages of it are, and how it can be treated or prevented. Once again, you may be placed in this situation one day, whether it's your own child or somebody else's. It's important to know what you're getting into. Always remember, as a national organization on fetal alcohol syndrome would say, alcohol in pregnancy. No safe amount, no safe time, no safe alcohol, period. Now, for my visual aid, I'm going to show you a little experiment that we have done. So, in this first glass, this has been sitting here, if you can see it, for a little bit of time, maybe about 30 minutes to an hour. This is a glass. I'm going to pop an egg. This is going to symbolize the baby. Put it in here. I'm going to have her hold this. Alrighty, so that's the baby. We hold it up a little bit. And this is rubbing alcohol. I'm going to pour this into the egg, and this is going to symbolize vodka, beer, wine, anything that the mother's drinking. So as I pour it in here, just about a shot or so. As it goes in there, you can already tell, just within like 30 seconds even, the white, it's already starting to fry. Meaning, if you were to think about this, a baby and alcohol, as the baby is in the womb and the mother's drinking alcohol, it's essentially frying her baby's brain. And that is where this white stuff is coming from. And then, as you continue to look, as it continues to go, it keeps frying more and more. You can kind of see the top of it a little bit. And that is essentially what happens when a mother drinks alcohol while she is pregnant.